too fast, I can't stop. Wiping it down when the paint hot. Left hand on the wheel. I'm closing the top on the raindrop. I'm keeping the game in the headlock. When throwed and blinded my dreadlock. In the end zone with the mad dot. One phone call, get it dead stop. I feel like I own the season. Say one thing, just give me a reason. Knowing you're mad, I'm undefeated. Top dog, making it even. I had to get back up. I had to get back up. I can't take no off. You better call back up. On the finish. I don't play, get down and get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm litty. I know that you're trying to go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spin. Better kill it and did it again. But the intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you should.
Welcome in, everybody. It's the coach. This is Madden 20 on EA Sports. Straight ahead, we've got what should be a good one between the New York Giants and the Oakland Raiders. I'll be back with you again with scores around the league at halftime. But kickoff right around the corner. And standing by to call the action, here are Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
Thank you, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Oakland, California. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New York Giants and the Oakland Raiders. Hi again, everyone. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at the Raiders here entering play. It's been a great start to the season. Back-to-back wins to begin the campaign.
Yeah, you don't want to get too excited. There's still a lot of season to go, but they've come out playing good fundamental football, and that might carry them a long way.
On the other side of the field for the visiting Giants, they come in at an early crossroads here, facing a tough opponent on the road where a loss would make them.
That way, doubts really start to creep into a locker room, and guys start to battle each other instead of worrying about winning games.
We the ball for the last 3 times in a row. Oh, we don't? Dang.
Ready? 8, read.
From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. He'll buy some time right. Open man right side is Ingram. And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34. A gain of right around 30 on a play that began way back inside the 5. Well, that'll help get you out of danger. So much for playing it conservatively back towards your own goal line.
That aggressive mentality, sometimes you can use it, and they did there against a defense who probably thought to themselves, there's no way they take a shot here this deep in their own territory.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early.
And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Well, that takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And Old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. The New York set to take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position.
Under pressure, and they got to him again. Clelin Ferrell. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Raiders pick it up. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. And New York set to take the field. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. A big play there for the Giants. 54 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use momentum to launch another one.
Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down.
Nice job there defensively. A great time to dial up a blitz.
And give him credit under center instead of throwing it away. Actually, a pretty good job of getting past the line of scrimmage, not losing yardage. 2nd and 3. And he finds Shepard. Touchdown, Giants.
Come on, set. 70, Indy. Like 22 is coming, 22 is coming. Let's go.
He'll drop to throw. And now he'll tuck it and run. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
A first down carry for Barkley. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense, because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Out to the right here to Shepard. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Add this game to the last one, and they move the ball over 50 yards in 2 plays. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange.
Tate bringing it in for the Giant touchdown. Golden Tate. His 2nd touchdown on the season.
Touchdown, ready. Back 22, back 22. I smell fear now. Shoot.
They'll drop to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
On the ball.
Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning.
He's got a man. Complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. He'll look to throw. Well, that certainly changes things.
Yeah, I think the thought process is they take this lead into the locker room, run something simple here and run the clock out. Instead, they get the big play. Now they have a chance to increase what they've done in the first half.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Reed. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the 2nd quarter. This quarterback now over 200 yards already in this first half. It's 1st and 10. He'll look to throw, escaping the pressure right. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. Actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
And they move this all the way down to the 9. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Goal line offense, something they've really been emphasizing in practice lately. Now they have a chance here to put all that hard work to use. They'll set up to throw. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half. Moved back to the 10. They'll try on second and goal here. Second and 10. Dancing to his left. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. The New York set to take the field. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team. That their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Another good completion on the drive as the Giants have a first down.
Some think that teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
After the pickup of 5, here's second and 5. Second and 5. A dump off to Anderson. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 15 yards on the play, first down.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Kamale Correa in there to record another sack, and that is now 6 on the afternoon for this defensive unit. They'll set up a throw.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation. Because the silver lining, they took a sack on first and goal. But that close to the goal line, that still definitely hurts. And there was a good opportunity to just went awry there, a drop pass. I guess that's why they call them running backs and not catching backs.
Eluding the pressure right. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. That scramble good for 13 yards, but not good enough for a first down. It's fourth. The Giants offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. Now, they were good last time out with a touchdown drive. This go-around, it's not going to be very easy starting from inside their own 5.
But they shouldn't be daunted by it. You work on this the entire offseason. You work on it in practice. It's called coming out session. Start the ball inside the 5, start on the 5, on the 10. They should be ready to go.
But one thing's for sure, they're still taking their shots downfield, even with a big lead.
No, I think it's way too early to go into a shell, so I like what they're doing. Continue to take your shots. Continue to be aggressive. It's not their... Well, let's go ahead and detail this situation here. 3rd and long coming up. Back near your own goal line. I would be very hesitant about throwing the football in this situation.
Maybe just run up the middle.
Yeah, I think that might be the spot for them. You got to try and find some space for your punter because you don't want him backed up where he has to alter what he does.
A gain of right around 30 on a play that began way back inside the 5.
And that one hurts defensively. They force him into 3rd and long, have the advantage.
And down he goes, brought down a Raider sack. Clelin Ferrell picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in one game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
Pretty nice gain on the scramble. Gets him 12 yards.
Partner was a definite passing down, but he was able to leak out and pick up some good yardage, even though the coverage was excellent. Maybe it's not exactly how they drew it up, but he still got a big chunk of yardage on 2nd down.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the 1st down at a 21-yard gain.
Containing him is becoming a big problem. We've already seen this once earlier on this drive.
Yeah, and so now 2 times this has happened. Do you adjust something?
Yeah, I think you do. I think you got to start thinking about your rush lanes. Try not to either get too wide or too narrow. Make sure someone is there waiting for him to take off.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Steps away to his left. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
I like his thought process and his ability to move and get downfield. But what I didn't like was the final decision to go out of bounds. They want to keep the clock moving. Instead, they give the defense an extra timeout.
That one covers 29 yards. 1st down.
Obviously, a big play was needed, and you can see his eyes light up as he realized there's absolutely no one in front of him. And he takes off and goes a long way. Not only does he pick up a 1st down, but a big gain to boot.
They go play action here on 1st down, and it's a touchdown for the New York Giants. The quarterback run has eaten him up all game long, and there he goes again, this time into the end zone.
And what I like about what I'm seeing, absolutely running almost with impunity. He's not worried about his body. He's not worried about sliding. He's not worried about protecting himself. He's worried about getting yardage. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, you've got to start figuring out what these blocking schemes are and finding ways to defeat them.
Quarterback, Coach Man.
Here we go, set. 60 out long.
It's just nobody.
54. Let's pick it up.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. He's going to let one fly for Tate. He rifles one that's intercepted. LaMarcus Joyner with a pick. And he'll take this all the way down inside the 40. The New York set to take the field. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
Back to throw here. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. A heck of an effort there on the scramble. Leaves him with just 3rd and a yard.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
10 yards, good for a Giant 1st down. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced the ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And he coughed it up, and the Raiders have recovered.
Please tell me that wasn't set.
Every time, keep putting that ball on the ground.
The Giants offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
Flushed out right. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charlie, you still taking shots like that downfield? And the Raiders have got him. Maurice Hurst in there to get him for... The New York set to take the field.
Here we go.
That one looks like he'll throw here. On the move to his left. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby.
Don't go this way. On the set. 22's coming, Mike. Coming this way. Here we go.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Looking deep downfield. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. LaMarcus Joyner with a pick. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. So a victory here for the men in blue, the New York Giants. And it's going to be their defense that gets the ink in the headlines tomorrow. And for good reason. They forced 5 turnovers in this game.
And while we were watching this game unfold, I kept thinking about when we did our training camp tour. And something that you noticed along the way. Just about every camp we visited, when the defense got together, everyone was doing ball drills. Defensive linemen, linebackers, secondary, because they understood how vital it was to take the football away. And they wanted every opportunity. When the ball was knocked free, they want all those guys to be familiar with touching the ball so they could pick up the fumble or get the interception. And we saw it.
Well, we got a W. Now we're going against the Eagles. Never being disrespectful, because he's being disrespectful to us. Why is Cowboys ahead of us? Oh yeah, because the week hasn't passed. Alright, oh my god. What he say? I spent a lot of time watching your Game Type vibe, and I've got to figure out your habits. You're not a complicated player, and that will be your downfall this week. You should waste time you talking big game, man. Let's I hope Barkley was on injured for that game. Okay, that was just for that game. Okay, we're good. Dang, we got young D-Tap. Okay, he's back. I'm happy though. Plug my mic. Alright. Saquon Barkley, and I see Silver. We got Julius Peppers.
I'm the coach. You're locked into the NFL on EA Sports. Straight ahead, we've got what should be a good one between the New York Giants and the Philadelphia Eagles.
Philadelphia.
I'll have scores around the league for you at the half. But it's time for a little football. So we'll hand it over to our broadcast team. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach. It's the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the New York Giants and the Philadelphia Eagles. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Why does he look Asian when he's really not?
Saquon Barkley, a man who played collegiately here in the Keystone State. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined, but sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it. When you run
Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Give the sack to... Now out come the Giants. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys are a little bit jumpy.
You do.
Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went 3 and out.
And now they have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 43. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter, and it's our visitors with the football as they've got it with a 2nd down and 2 coming up. And that's going to be incomplete. Golden Tate, his intended receiver, and it's 3rd and short.
We always talk about receivers. If the ball hits your hand, you're supposed to haul it in, but it is hard to adjust to a pass thrown a little bit behind you.
That one was all the momentum going forward. Couldn't contort his body back to grab it. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Forced out to his left. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another 1st.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well, what we call those...
And he will score. Touchdown, Giants. It's their quarterback. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Giants are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Not the first time on this drive we saw him take matters into his own hands, and this time he finishes things off with a touchdown.
Coach mad.
Ready. Mike 57, Mike 57. 7. Watch the run. Watch the run. Watch the run. Keep him.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Being chased out left. And he comes back with one complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First down for the Giants as they pick up 12.
I'm happy that Barkley.
We've hit the 2-minute mark in the second quarter. 14-7. We'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. They're going to look to throw.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes and they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest...
And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Saquon Barkley, his first touchdown on the year. And the Giants are an extra point away from tying up this football game.
After nearly 30 minutes of football, that touchdown puts us in a position where if they make the extra point, we're right back to even before we start the second half.
Oh, yeah, we get the ball back, too.
Here we go. 8, read.
Second half begins with a run from Barkley. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. The intended target, Saquon Barkley. That'll bring up second down. They'll look to throw here. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
90, Wolf.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. It's hauled in by Shepard. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags.
Defense.
So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
I'm getting the sense that Fletcher Cox is making offensive linemen want to take the week off when they have to play against him.
And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. Brandon Graham able to record his 5th sack of the season. Boy, he came in off the edge so quickly there.
Look out, because that's exactly what it was being shouted by the offensive lineman to his quarterback, because he had no chance to block him.
It's a gain of 9 yards, and that's going to bring up.
Okay, field goal. Okay, we're just losing by 4.
Here's the Giant offense now as they get ready to take over here. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Trying to get their tight end involved finally. That's the first time that they've looked his way. He's kind of been a forgotten man in this offensive scheme.
Yeah, didn't look his way at all in the first.
Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there. New York set to take the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play. This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Trying to lay one up deep.
The heck?
And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's... And New York set to take the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little.
And that's caught inside the 30. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. It's a big-time play there for the G-Men. 79 yards. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, surprise, surprise. First and goal to 1. No quarterback sneak. No running play. They decide to throw for it, but the pressure got to him quickly and put the quarterback down.
And Ingram's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Evan Ingram, his first touchdown on the...
We're just down by 7.
Let's go now. 15-1. 51.
They begin with a run by Barkley. And he's going to lose yardage here back at the 8.
Face mask. Defense.
So they will accept the penalty and move forward.
Automatic first down.
So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. Now back to throw. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
And they dropped it for a loss, but penalty markers are on the field. Let's see about the call.
Defense.
So that one will be accepted.
Automatic first down.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Fighting through pressure. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. I guess you can't be afraid to take those chances late in the game. He tried to fit that one in there. Nice job, though, defensively.
But to your point, it was a nice job with knocking the ball away. But you're also right. You can't be afraid to take those chances. That means your guys going downfield to catch the ball, they've got to elevate their game and come down with these in order to keep your offense moving.
That would have been a tough catch, but in this 2-minute drill, those are the ones you really hope your guys come up with. Yeah. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Matthias Farley. And the return stops at the 39-yard line.
Man, let's just freaking get this on that. Okay.
The Giants now down by 7. And time, a huge factor. They need a touchdown to the PAT to tie it as they come up 1st and 10. This is Shepard on the catch. Oh, and the big play's going to get even bigger as penalty flags are down, and I believe they're going to get a face mask penalty tacked on. Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Brandon Graham in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Back to throw. And it's caught. It's a touchdown. So they rally here in the final minute, and they're an extra point away.
You're kidding me. We won a coin toss.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Rolling to his right. And the ball is knocked out. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And a costly mistake. Security. Partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters, what you wanted. But how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well.
That's stupid. Why did it do that?
Yeah, I just ran a checkup on myself. Some days I just have to check up on myself. I'm so icy, got that GG on my belt. Thank the Lord for my people in my health. Lost a lot, but I came out with no else. Thank the Lord for my people in my health. And I'm fine as hell from my head down to my nails. My man tripping cause I got another cell. He still buy me YSL. I could get it by myself. 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 I'ma get it by myself. Feel like Ginger from Casino. Aces up my sleeve though. Right before I leave, I said like I'm Eno. Think I'm part Italian. Blame it on Gino. Smells like the medallion. The skin on cappuccino. I don't kiss and tell. Keep your distance from myself.
How?
Snails in a 5-star hotel. And I wish well when they wish for me to fail. I might donate petty bills. They can't get it by they sell.
That's why you treat my men good, but not too good. I give them too much, then they don't need me. I give them just
I just ran a checkup on myself. Some days I just have to check up on myself. I'm so icy, got that GG on my belt. Thank the Lord for my people in my health. Lost a lot, but I came out with no else. Thank the Lord for my people in my health. And I'm fine as hell from my head down to my nails. My man tripping cause I got another cell. He still buy me YSL. I could get it by myself.
Hey everybody, it's the coach, and this is Madden 20 on EA Sports. On tap, we've got what should be a fairly intriguing matchup between the San Francisco 49ers and the New York Giants. I'll be back with you again with scores around the league at halftime. But kickoff right around the corner. And standing by to call the action, here are Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, we welcome everybody to the Garden State. EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the San Francisco 49ers and the New York Giants. Alongside my partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, you take a look at this Giants ball club. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week, is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
On the ready. March forward. We got to get the ball. D, get the ball ready. Let's go.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive, eluding the pressure right. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be second down.
And we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. 2nd down and inches. Flush to his right. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
The throw over the middle taken in. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 17 yards and a giant first down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-armed guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one. That was a nice throw out there to the flat, but they defended that pretty well. The hope is to go ahead and put it on him so he can turn and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Credit the sack to Corey Legion. He was trying to keep his eyes downfield. Nobody came open.
He's trying to do everything that he had been taught, right? Every bit of the technique. But if no one's open, there is no technique except make sure you hold on to the ball as you go to the ground when you're getting sacked.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Another good completion on the drive as the Giants have a first down. Well, that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks. It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
3 catches now this afternoon, the same number he had all of last week. Also, it's a first down.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position.
And he will take it all in for a giant touchdown. Darius Slayton.
Thank you, Saints.
Come on, set. Moody base. Check 56. Watch the run, watch the run. Big grip.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Dancing to his left. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
Here's 2nd and 8. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Nick Bosa. Here's the Giant offense now making their way back out onto the field. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
Call that a very strong gain of 24.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Is that even
A very good gain on first down. 9 yards on the dump-off. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Now Saquon Barkley. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he get a good head of steam going.
Caught right side, Tate. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Another good completion on the drive as the Giants have a first down. That catch now puts him on the doorstep of 500. It's his 499th reception. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just started in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, don't you? I mean, let's face it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. So we've reached halftime, and okay.
All you have to do is get it in, Saquon.
They'll try and get this run game going. This is Barkley. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. 2nd and 2.
First play of the drive. Let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run. One of the selling points of the in route is it gives the quarterback a really nice sight line to his receiver and almost on a direct shot.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Nick Bosa able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
And that's his 2nd sack of the game, but this player, disruptive in all phases, whether he's going upfield, coming underneath, you name it. He's a big-time guy you have to block.
He's going to look deep down the field, and it's knocked away and incomplete.
How about this offense already feeling good about themselves with a touchdown already in their first drive? They've certainly come out firing, even though that one was incomplete.
With the 7-0 lead, more apt to take a shot like that downfield?
Hey, you're one to the good. Go ahead and try and press your advantage.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
Huh.
Come on,
Right, come on now.
94.
Looking to throw. Steps away to his left. He'll have a first down past the 40. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. The big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already. They'll set up a throw. Flushed out right. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. The former first-round pick, Vernon Hargraves, the one who was there defensively. How about the defensive effort from both of these teams that we've seen in this game?
Would you say it's like a high-stakes chess match right now?
Chess is one way to go. Yeah, I like it.
Okay, the only reason I say that, you feel like they're contemplating their moves before actually making one, and none of them being done very confidently.
Truth be told, I've never played chess, and I know that I'm not smart enough to play chess. Guys like you with your IQ, you can pull that off. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. He'll drop to throw.
under the category of obvious. You hate giving up a first down on 3rd and long. And somehow he finds his way downfield and picks it up.
If you look at the coverage defensively, oh, this is great, but no one accounted for him at the quarterback spot. Now the Niners get there and bring him down. Corey Legion picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
We are seeing 2 really confident defenses imposing their will on these offenses in this game.
Yeah, absolutely, going toe for toe. Just curious if one of these offenses can wake up a little bit.
Is there any way they can find something that can pop, something big to knock them back on their heels?
Now, meanwhile, a final play here is incomplete, and that's going to take us to the end of the 3rd quarter of play. Welcome back now here in East Rutherford. 7-7 is our score. Pretty even matchup so far as we start quarter number 4. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Buying time to his left. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. 1st down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14.
All right, partner, I'm a defender, but I've got to express my admiration there. Moving around, making it happen, and instead of worrying about protecting himself, he goes and gets the 1st down. I've got to give it to him on that one.
Normally, you don't want your guy taking shots your quarter. He's got it at the 15. A big play there for the Giants. And even 50 yards. They'll set up to throw.
But we spent a lot of time exalting the offensive mastermind.
Oh, no, he lost the football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. He's got daylight. He's at the 50, the 30. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20.
Boyd, of course. All people, he's the one that gets it.
The Giants now down on the scoreboard. And time, a huge factor. They'll have one play here just north of the 2-minute warning. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. We've got a 1-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And fights him off. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down. They'll look to throw. They had to go for it with such little time remaining.
Why does it do that? It's stupid.
So now all eyes shift to the Giants. Trailing in this one now. Less than 90 seconds to go. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. He's going to let it fly. That's caught inside the 20. It's a big-time play there for the G-Men. 59 yards. Of course, remember, you need a touchdown here and a field goal.
Doesn't matter the order, but they have to get it done and get it done fast.
Open man right side is Ingram. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain followed by a sizable loss here. Well, where do you find that one in the playbook, Charles?
You don't. You absolutely don't. And sometimes what happens is guys want to make a big play, and they turn it into a really bad one. Sometimes you're best just to cut your losses and go down. I hope we don't see another play like that. I'll guarantee you the offensive coordinator, he's going to get his play sheet. He can't find it either.
Yeah, big loss there on the pass completion. Escaping the pressure right. They'll get this out to Barkley, complete. Did they maybe play that too safely on third down? I know you don't want to just throw a ball blindly downfield, but that didn't help them a whole lot.
I think they probably said if it's open, take the shot. If not, get something safe because we do have fourth down to try and pick it up.
Now they go for it on fourth. They climb back to 500 now at 3 up and 3 down. And they will head back home next.
So something good happened.
Skills, you did. Ice on the wrist, car on the wrist, all on the wrist, watch out flip, watch out whip, I'm in the whip, all on the wrist, I never switch, ice on the wrist, car on the wrist, all on the wrist, watch out flip, watch out whip, I'm in the whip, all on the wrist, I never switch, ice on the wrist. I get the money, but I never switch. They saying you switch, you won't get it. You know they came from the bottom and now we is lit. You was lit, I gotta get it, I gotta get it. You hating cause I on the wrist. My bitch, you wanna be famous, They act like they made us, You know I'm icy in Vegas, This for the that hate us, I make a lot of new money, When it's not savers, You be liking my flavor, I think it's cause. Ice on the wrist, on the wrist, on the wrist. Watch out, I never switch.
Man, both of your defenses. Oh man, I forgot to. I'm just gonna do it because I don't want to mess this up. I'm not gonna play 4 games, okay? That was 1 game. Last one. You know what? Might as well send the whole season, you know? I'm not gonna make it to the dang playoffs. Oh my god, man. Watch out flip. Watch out whip. I'm in the whip. I'm in the wrist. I never switch. God team.
I just ran a checkup on myself. Some days I just have to check up on myself. I'm so icy, got that GG on my belt. Thank the Lord for my people in my health. Lost a lot, but I came out with no L's. Thank the Lord for my people in my health. And I'm fine as hell from my head down to my nails. My man tripping cause I got another cell. He still buy me YSL. I could get it by myself. I could get it by myself.
All we need to do is just win.
I could get it by myself.
Hopefully get 97.
Feel like Ginger from Casino. Aces up my sleeve though. Right before I leave, I said like I'm Eno. Think I'm part of town.
Oh shoot, this depends on everything. This depends on everything.
I don't kiss and tell. Keep your distance from myself. For the genie with the snails in a 5-star hotel. And I wish
I'm not lying. This depends on everything.
Wish for me to fail. I might donate petty bills. They can't get it by they sell.
Man, I'm throwing around good.
give them just
I just ran a checkup on myself. Some days I just have to check up on myself. I'm so icy, got that GG on my belt. Thank the Lord for my people in my health. Lost a lot, but I came out with no L's. Thank the Lord for my people in my health. And I'm fine as hell from my head down to my nails. My man tripping cause I got another cell. He still buy me YSL. I could get it by myself. These I could get it by myself. I could get it by myself. These
It was
I could
if
get it by myself. I'ma get it by myself.
they lose
I'ma get it
during the
either
wild
way.
card,
I don't
they
even
win.
gotta
They
say
move
what I
up
want
and
when I want. They just put it on my plate. I could get it right away. Take you through my day to day. Wake and pray, make that play. Get some good at my place. There's some on the way. There's my bros on the way. I got stones on my gold. I got loads in my safe. Had a 7-figure summer, so I'm putting on some weight. Set up getting thick, so I put it on display.
with a surrounding, I make a jump.
Oh, where are you? Just only 32, basically.
Yeah, I just ran a checkup on myself.
So,
Some days I just have to check up on myself.
oh,
I'm so icy, got that GG on my belt. Thank the Lord for my
31.
people in my health. Lost a lot, but I came out with no L's.
That's
Thank the
actually
Lord
pretty
for my
good.
people in my health. And I'm fine as hell from my head down to my nails. My man tripping cause I got another cell. He still buy me YSL. I could get it by myself.
Oh, you want a
I
weekly
could get it by
reward?
myself. I could get it by myself. These I could get it by myself. I'ma get it by myself, yeah.
Well, we're about to bring a championship and a Super Bowl. That probably goes to coming for you, Trubisky. 13. Giants.
Okay, 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay, I'm
We're in the
pass the ball, but this
playoffs.
is no game. Okay, all my girls they love and hate me the same. Okay, so when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gonna want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros. Left pocket got
I forgot, I'm on the
Somebody
other
gonna want
side.
revenge. Somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. Step back, let me get some room. Congrats every time I'm through. Same packet, nobody knew, so I never get confused. Hotel get a bird's eye view. Hotel get a waiting room. Read a magazine while you wait for me, baby. I'll be done soon.
How
So
in
don't
the
let a big
heck
office
am I
store got
not-
locks, I got some trust issues.
Huh.
Okay, 10K on the countertop, don't look so shocked. It's nothing new. Okay, death comes in threes.
I don't know what side I'm
Cash
on.
comes in ones. Throw it up, celebrate some news. Ay. I do
This
a
is
good
the
job. Pull up and provide,
NL.
pull out. Head on and hood on, pedal to metal. When I put my foot on, I got to put on. I got a bad one. They want to keep me. Oh, that's a good one. Pockets are dense. I think my bread is hard as a crouton. Receipts in my pocket don't come with a coupon. Yeah. Okay, 30,000 in the pocket.
I
no
wanna know
change.
how fast I
Okay,
am.
I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay, all my girls they love and hate me the same. Okay, so when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gonna want revenge. Somebody might want it now.
It's
Right pocket got
late.
euros. Left pocket got pound. Somebody gonna want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. Touchdown, A floor, come down.
24.
Hotel, lobby. Receptionist, what now? 11 a.m. Check out. Might give her.
I'm still
a
86
foul. Just to
speed.
tell her it's one now.
I'm
How come? I need
85
rest,
speed.
No recess in my schedule. Mama used
That's
to serve
pretty
vegetables.
fast.
Now half the meals got tentacles. Half the Emirates need a reservation and half my money
Save
goes straight to
changes.
taxes. But I don't trip about it. That's what happens when you got dreams closer than
Alright.
matches. Plus all your boys got expensive habits. Go. I know what they're thinking. They don't even gotta say
We
it.
need a
No,
trade.
they thinking they just
You
made
know
it.
what?
I know how to make
We're
everybody feel
getting
famous. I don't gotta
playoffs.
work no day shift.
It's time to be
I don't
Tom
wanna
Brady.
spend no payment. I don't gotta answer questions.
It's gonna be
And I don't
Tom
need you
Brady.
okay it. Okay. 30,000 in the
greatest
pocket, no
player
change.
of all
Okay.
time.
I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay. All my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay.
Jeez,
so when I
man.
die, I ain't gonna be from
Why
old
is he on
age.
this
Somebody gonna
cover
want
then?
revenge. Somebody might want it now.
Why is he
Right
on
pocket
Madden
got
18
euros.
cover then? He lost the Super
All right,
Bowl.
gentlemen, we made way too many mistakes this week, okay? The coaching staff has gone in. We've simplified the game plan. Let's go out here and execute. Hey, we got to execute to win.
Ready? 30 base.
Well, that's bad. I think we're gonna lose this game.
Now.
We're gonna lose the Super. Lose the wild card. Oh, can we make the Chicago Bears lose the wild card again?
Get it.
let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror now, feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dreams reality, not going back to back. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laughing. Now I hit the scene, they like lights, camera, action. Living in a dream, now my music they be blasting. Step out, I'm a star, always in the latest fashion. Had to set the bar, try to catch me lacking. Bank account for my son, he won't have to struggle. You can see it in my eyes, all I do is hustle. They try to knock me off my feet, I'm ready to rumble. Feel like I ain't 8 weeks, working off the bus roll. Oh yeah, oh my, we ride for my brothers, no lie. All you can
The pressure is on. This one is for the gold.
Touch two.
All right, man. Bring it in tight. Bring it in tight. All right, let me tell you something. Today was great. You guys went out there and executed flawlessly. You keep practicing like that, we are going to win a lot of ball games this year.
This year? We're in the playoffs.
Make it happen. Now my dreams reality, not going back to back. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laugh. Hey, how could you lie to my face? People claim that they be loyal, they be taking up space. See my broski lose his heart when he was fighting that case. Took so many L's, I'm not going back to those days. I'ma treat you how you treat me, do you like how it tastes? Shawty, use up, can't treat you like my ace. I got way too many problems to be worried, I'm straight. Me and Craig had to watch for the Jakes. On the road, this crazy, I get 80 a show. Say my money, stack it up, it look like I'm foreign cars, driving fast, I never done this before. Yeah, drown out my problems, let me When I've been up is magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror now, I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dreams reality, not going back to back. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laughing.
Thank you.
Blow your mind. Ooh, why you do that like that? It's a lot of money. Why are you mad like that? Ooh, I'm in my new bag, my bag. You ain't get too bad, my bad.
There we go. Look at my.
First of the month, I'ma run it back. Same day, why I'ma run it back. Friday, payday, run it back.
Oh, what if I could change the thank you?
48 yards, I run it back. I cop a car, I run it back. Go your then run it back. Run it back, run it back, run it back. Hello? That's the check calling. Let me click over real quick to let my check talk it. I eat it, ooh, Pac-Man. That's the way my neck talking. Right? I ain't never coming back the way the stress. You don't make no clap back when you backpack, my bad, but I'm past that. But a NASDAQ, that's cash. When the money fall, I'ma slap that. Clap when the money go, you don't slap. That's facts. If the money low, I'ma grab brown man. When it come back, I'ma give back my bad. When the check hit, the direct hit, I'm glad. When the check miss, the direct hit, I'm sad. Like, who's that?
I kinda like this
at my window. They say that it's the money, I'm like tenfold. Over and out. That's
Oh, playoff. Oh, good.
She said she not a
Dang, get rid of that home team. You're back.
Why you do that like that? It's a lot of money. Why are you mad like that? Ooh, I'm in my new bag, my bad. You ain't get too bad, my bad. First of the month, I'ma run it back. Same day, why I'ma run it back. Friday, payday, run it back. Run it back, run it back, run it back. 48 yards, I run it back. I cop a car, I run it back. Go your then run it back. Run it back, run it back, run it back.
Hey everybody, it's the coach. This is a special edition of Wild Card Weekend on EA Sports. Straight ahead, we've got what should be a good one between the New York Giants and the Chicago Bears. Field in Chicago. Standing by with the call. Here are Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
Now, this great venue has hosted some memorable playoff games over the years, and these Bear fans are hoping to make some new memories today at Soldier Field in Chicago. Tonight, it's the NFC's turn to take center stage as we've got a wild card matchup on tap between the New York Giants and the Chicago Bears. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the postseason on EA Sports. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, that's really all I need to say to get you fired up. It's the postseason on EA Sports.
And no one's more fired up than the guys who are going to be playing in this game. This is what they fought for all year long. Go back to the OTAs, the mini camps, training camp, throughout the season to get to the playoffs. The intensity level will be off the charts.
Thank God I put on that hand warmer on my person.
On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And they will set up shop, red zone territory at the... And here comes the Giants offense back out onto the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their...
Nowhere to go. He lost the football, and this is picked up by the Bears. 20, 10... And they bring this one back. A fumble return for a Bears touchdown.
How was my player going to fumble?
Let's go. Go now. 70, Indy. 54's Mike. 54's Mike. Let's go.
They're going to look to throw. It's complete to Golden Tate. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
But we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. There's a ball thrown right side and complete. His second catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 43. A give to Barkley out of the gun. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game? Maybe establish the run. I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the
pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack.
3 scores down, not even at halftime yet. They're not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
And the Giants ready to come out now. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
Want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively. Nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. And there they went crossing route against the zone defense. What do you think of that?
Takes real coordination between the passer and the receiver, because you've got to read those zones and where the open spots are and be on the same page with the guy throwing the football. Because sometimes you're throwing it in front of the zone. Sometimes you're throwing it between the zones. Sometimes the receiver's going to just kind of find a spot and what we call sit down and present himself to the quarterback and throw it there. It's a tough read, but when they're in sync, it's really effective. That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. A 16-yard touchdown. And the Giants are able to...
Hey, we already lost this game, though. Not unless a miracle happens.
He'll look to throw. Finding Sterling Shepard for his first catch. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down. He'll look to throw. He's going to let one fly for Tate. This is caught inside the 15. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. A big play there just before halftime. 55 yards. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a...
And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. Khalil Mack bringing the pressure yet again. That's his 3rd sack here tonight. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. They'll throw now on the final play. And that will be incomplete. They'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Oh, man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. 23 yards on the play.
Someone knew exactly where he needed to get to pick up that first down. Now, I'm not so sure about the technique in getting there, but he went for it, and he got it.
Exactly. He knew where he needed to get, because remember, if he slides, when that derriere dips, if you will, that play's over.
The derriere dips, I like that one.
Yeah, been working on it for a little bit.
Brandon, looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that?
And Ingram's got it. Touchdown, Giants. A 2.
Come on, defense.
Here we go.
Stop
60 or.
How the heck is he still on?
Ready?
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
And that incompletion was caused by the defense. I think they were trying to get one into the middle of the field, trying to find a receiver there. But they were...
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Eddie Goldman in there to get him. That is the 6th time that they have sacked him tonight. Well, there was second long. Now it's third and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going the
into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it.
Can I please end this fucking game? No.
And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line.
I'm exiting this game. Stupid, man. Yeah, that's gonna have to us anyways. Don't worry.
I was waiting to shine. My father taught me don't be soft, so now I'm taking what's mine. I define myself as ambitious, young, black, and gifted. Masterpiece, my masterpiece. That means I don't got no limits. Bout it, I doubt it. My homies know you ain't ride it. We break you down like a pound. I got it, don't pound us around me. I'm corrupted, flow cold and it's rugged, bumpy. What is up? I'm ready for war. You got to love it like black, yeah. And it feel like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, yeah, whole squad like, what? And it feel like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, what? Whole squad like, yeah, and it feel like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, yeah, whole squad like, yeah, and it feel like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, yeah. You don't want problems, you don't want smoke, dog, you don't want problems.
Yeah, I brought probably
one up and up is magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror, now I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laughing. Now I hit the scene, they like lights, camera, action. Living in a dream, now my music, they be blasting. Step out, I'm a star, always in the latest fashion. Had to set the bar, try to catch me lacking. Bank account for my son, he won't have to struggle. You can see it in my eyes, all I do is hustle. They tried to knock me off my feet, I'm ready to rumble. Feel like I ain't ate in weeks, working off the muscle. Oh yeah, oh my, we ride for my brothers, no lie. All you can die, never wrong, they right. I ain't changing my side, yeah, we in it for life. And I've been magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic.
See you guys, bye.